Okay, I'm just about to set up 4 pillars of wisdom, and then after that I might actually try and blue an egg. Okay, well, this one with the egg in this one is starting to react again and start to develop more colour. Seems to be going into the scrambled egg, just like that one over there seems to be going into the scrambled egg. So, yeah. This was a bit of a surprise. This one with the sulphur, adding the egg to the sulphur, it's gone grey all the way down there. So that's obviously, I assume that's a production of sulphides, and we probably want to go to spot colouring on this one. Okay, there you go. Spot colouring on there, and on there, and up there. It was very interesting and very quick too. Within 24 hours, basically, it started doing that, and within 48 hours, you've got that response. So that might be important, you know, at the final like tick-off box sort of thing. So we got, yeah, as you can see there, sort of thing. Now, with this one here so far, nothing obvious, so we'll keep an eye on that. So it may be a combination. You do actually have to have some sort of proteinaceous material in the environment to actually get these things to occur. So that's why I'm now going to set up. I've got my eggs, I've got my cooked meat, I've got my scrambled egg, which is cooked egg, and I've got my raw slug-sized pieces there. So, and I've got my inoculant there, and just going to set it up. So, stage one is to inoculate. So basically, 1 litre vessels there, which means they've got 500 mils volume of liquid, and the other 500 mils is the polystyrene, as we've learned. So we get our inoculant, give it a bit of swirl, and we'll just now this is quarter scale or half the milk bottle scale, because 4 milk bottles make a 10 litre bucket, and this is 1 litre and 2.4 litres, so close to 2 litres. 40 mils is not very much, that we can call this like quarter scale. So in other words, and if we go down to the 600 mil vessel, we use 6 fours of 24 to make up basically a bucket sort of thing. And that also avoids primes, because as I say, all primes exist on 6x minus 1, 6x plus 1, but not all the numbers that exist on those lines are prime. So in other words, they exist in a very localized region of mathematical space. I thought that was very profound, actually. So you know exactly where all the primes are. All primes go off to infinity, but it's a parabola type effect, isn't it? So what happens if you reflect a parabola into a lake or into the sky or something like that, or into a puddle or something? 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we'll see how that goes, and the next thing is to add water, of course, which we can either do with our water bucket, and we want to leave some gaps there because we're going to add an egg to some egg to some and other things like that. So we initially just fill it up to the line sort of thing. Okay. You can see there's like pink colour in the water there. It's from the organism. It's just a quick way of having a lot of numbers there so you can get your results very quickly. Otherwise the organism will have to take time to build up in numbers sort of thing. But this way, now if we come over here and get in shot, now I can't see anything. Now, step one I think here would be to scramble an egg. Now remember, this is half scale. In our other container we had 1 egg to 1 vessel, so we're going to have to cut this in half, which also helps, of course. I think we found a spoon was more efficient. Okay, that should be enough. So I'll take a spoon, and what I want to do now is I'm going to, if we can turn this around, I'm going to go back over here and put it up so you can, a little bit harder than normal. Now, to 2 of these vessels, I'm going to add an equal amount. So basically I'm going to go 1 in there, 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 and I think we're basically 1 there and 1 in there, and we've divided the egg roughly into equal parts. So we've cut the scale down from quarter scale down to oh, it's an 1/8 basically, isn't it? Yeah, an 1/8 in a way. So a way of avoiding primes and things like that, and scaling. Now we're just going to, you know, mix it up as you do, and it, as we've learnt before, it mixes quite well in there. So, and we know this pinks, but not as fast as a scrambled egg if everything stays the same. So, but we might learn something new. So what we're going to do today is, to 1 of these 2, we're going to add raw. Maybe I need to get in a little bit closer now. Yeah. 1 of these we're going to add raw meat. So we're going to add a piece of, so it's going to be raw egg and raw meat to the thing, and we're going to try and get it down to about below the waterline, down about 1/3. So now I'm going to have to go and wash my hands, of course, which I'll quickly do. Just in case there's any organisms that are on the raw meat that aren't on the cooked, that are important. So now to this one we're going to add roughly an equal amount of raw meat, cooked meat now to this one. So we got raw egg, raw meat, now we've got raw egg and cooked meat in there, and we'll see how we go. Now we got that set up, we can actually finishing coming up with the water and making everything tickety-boo sort of thing. So with that one, if we can, and we'll try and eventually keep it up to the line. Once all the bubbles go, we'll top that up. Now go and wash our hands again in a minute, but now we can move on to this bit, this section over here, and this section is going to be the cooked egg, and then the so it'll be cooked egg and either raw or cooked meat. So I'll just wash my hands really quickly. Okay. Now, right, so we get our scrambled egg. Now we want to cut this into roughly 2 equal pieces if we can. So I'll do that. If we can, roughly 2 equal pieces, and we're going to put put them both down in there, and I'll probably use my get it down there, and then this actually try and get it the same. Yeah, a bit in there and a bit in there, trying to get it all off the end. That's better. Now we've roughly got equal there now. Okay. Now we're going to add the. Just wash my hands again, and then we'll add raw meat to one. And cooked meat to the other. Okay. So here we go. We'll probably do it around the other side, and we'll add, if we can get it to go down there, if we can get it. I want to get it so I can push it down if I can, because it's partly frozen, sort of thing. So I should, if I can get the polystyrene to go, be able to get my finger behind it, not quite, and push the meat down below. And there we go. So we got raw meat, cooked egg. Now wash my hands again. Right. Now the last one, the lucky last, we're going to have cooked egg and cooked meat this time. So we get our cooked meat that we cooked earlier, and we'll see now if there's a difference. So if I can actually get this to go down there. Okay. Right, so there we go. So that's cooked meat and cooked egg. Considering that sulfide reaction we had with the egg and that, we might get a different response now. We might find the organism doesn't grow as well, we might find it grow better, we might find there's more than one organism. But we're going to find that out, fellas. But now I'm going to go with the spot culling. Probably going to have to fill this up with water first of all. Yeah, there you go. He does this one-handedly. Yep, I'm on spot culling, and we'll just fill this up. Well, this one's easy to get up to the line, so we have everything all nicely covered, and everything should be tickety-boo. And I think the flies are loving it already, so hopefully if we can get a nice screenshot from some of this stuff. And with this one here, and with this one here, and we'll see how we go, fellas. And I'll just label those things up, and back to normal focus, and we should get results back in 3 or 4 days, I reckon. And considering the speed of some of these other ones, it may be even quicker. You never know. So, but I also want to have a look at some of these other ones in here. So, like the vanadium one, I keep a close eye on the vanadium one and see. Geez, that looks almost like CP tannins, doesn't it? See, what gets me is the creeks over in WA were ever flowing. You know, 4 feet in winter to down about 2 feet in the summer when it was drying out, sort of thing. It's always flowing though. And they used to, like, the tannins were always in the water and seemed to come out of nowhere. Basically, there just didn't seem to be enough material around in the water to actually generate that much tannins, if that's the way of saying it, grammatically anyway. Let's look at the old molybdenum. Yeah, the meat's now sort of gone to like into a green more than a blue sort of thing. So yeah, so and it's going quite, yeah, all the way down mostly. Still don't know why. It seems to be a bit patchy in places, but anyway, we'll keep an eye on these things. So far, I don't know, they're basically much to the muchness, aluminium, zinc and even lead. So lead doesn't, obviously lead doesn't interfere, molybdenum doesn't, but vanadium's interesting. So, and of course we got here, we got the one with our sphagnum on the top. And, oh, yeah, still the top 1/3 sort of thing. And it, yeah, definitely looks like it's getting into the moss. Now, have you seen anything like that online when they're growing, germinating seeds and stuff? So, makes you wonder if they're getting up to no good. So, we'll see. Keep an eye on it. But, come tomorrow with only 23 seconds on the car, I'll set up another bucket and we'll go for the big one, fellas. We'll put some fly traps in, one with charcoal on the top and scrambled egg and polystyrene and perlite underneath, with some aluminium on the base as well. Okay, over and out. See ya.